Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. This is the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. The crazy because we just have fun here, playing in makeup, doing different looks on different eyes, even though they kind of look the same. We're going to get to that. The troll because there is no such thing, but just to make a little bit of fun of the beauty community, to let them know that we know we're beautiful regardless of what they say. We embrace our features. We enhance them if we want to, but we embrace our natural features. We don't feel like we have to use a particular brand, a particular tool. We have to do something just the way that someone says we do in order for our makeup to look nice. No, we wear what we want to wear and we rock it with confidence, regardless of what anyone else may say or think. That's the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation, and I do hope that resonates with you. Before I forget, I do curse sometimes on my channel, so I hope that's not offensive. I'll show you what else we do here. You can tell by the title, this is a first impressions video. The first thing I'm going to talk about, because I am hella annoyed, is this Melt Liquid Lip Set. I think this one is an old one. Fabulous Fiftiosity, when she was here, she gave me a gift, and it was Poser. This shade, love it. I love me with a dark lip. And I did try this on in the video her and I did. So that's what that looks like. I'm not going to swatch it because these swatches can get messy. And so I liked this so much, I went online and purchased 2 more because it was still during the Ulta. Oh my God. I know, get a glimpse while I'm over here like asking myself, what the hell was I about to say? And this side too. The Sephora sale. So I purchased Velvet Rum, this shade. I don't like, the color shows up a little bit on here, but if it's a deep color or depending on the color, it may not show. So this one is a dark one as well. And I should swatch it against the other one because they look similar, but I like a dark lip, so I will get through them. And I think they're good for 12 months if I'm not mistaken. This is the other one I purchased, this one, and the shade is Take. All right, let me show you something. First of all, I'm going to get close. This looks good, right? And the color's bomb. I have been wanting a dark green liquid lip or a bold green liquid lip. This is that, right? But look, it like just shows all the lines of my lips. And I put more on when the first layer dried, so it wouldn't look like that, and it still does. And so what do you do with that? Just don't smile? Just look like this all day? And I still look good this way, so I could. But also when I went to open it, I turned it and opened it. Look at this. And that's why I said I think it's old, because apparently the glue is not sticking. And you see some of the green in here. When I did my haul video, and I'm doing it in clips because I'm doing a collective haul video for April, which will go up the end of April or the beginning of May. And I did swatch it, and it was weird. You'll see it when you see that video. So make sure your notifications are on, and do subscribe if you're not already. So this was the first thing. When I opened it again to reapply, so you wouldn't see the lines in it, which you still do, I was like, wait a minute. Like, why is the lid not coming off? So I'm turning it, and it wasn't coming off. And so what I did was, I took a cotton square and turned it. So like, did I screw it too tight on when I put it back? Like, I don't know. So it did come up, and so I put this back on it and then unscrewed it, and it came off. But who wants to be concerned with, okay, am I going to be able to get it out right away? Am I going to have to use a cotton square? But it's something with, and then it just keeps popping back up. So it didn't want to come out, but now it won't go in. I mean, this one, I don't know, and it's really wet. And on the outside, you can see moisture from this color. So I think it's old. It smells different than the other two, but not a different, like, okay, this is bad. Like, it doesn't smell bad, it just smelled different, which I said, okay, it could just be whatever pigment, excuse me, they use for the color. And so I didn't pay any attention to it, but because of this second issue, I'm going to return this one. Because that cap thing is weird, it's applying funny, it's too liquidy, and even when I shake it, sometimes like it just runs out, and I'm just like, this is not supposed to be this runny. And also, you can see the lines of my lips. And so I'm tempted, and I am going to apply a little bit more. And I'm not used to applying more than one layer of a liquid lip. And then when you apply it, it's dark, and then you have to like feather it out. And I know it's darker because it's wet, but even when it dries, it'll still dry with that dark spot. And I, like, this is more work than I'm used to having to put in. So maybe let me know if you think I'm just a little lazy, but sometimes I do feel like I am, in the sense that I will go through steps, I will do things, but when I apply it, I want it to just go on, I want it to look nice. I don't want to have to do 3 layers just to get it to not look like it's cracking. And you see how this is still dark right here. Like, I am not used to having to do all of this. And maybe it's the color, maybe this one is bad, because even look at, well, you can't tell, but it is very liquidy. And I have never had a liquid lip that was that liquidy. So that one I am, and you can still see the dark lines. Love the color though, like once everything is there. And so I'm going to return it, and maybe the next Sephora sale I'll order the same shade again, because I don't want to send it and just get another one off sale if it is old, because I don't know, they might need to just restock it. But see, now it looks great, but I had to do this 3 times. But the lid thing, the cap thing, I'm not used to a liquid lip being this thin like this one, and especially since the other 2 from this brand are not this thin, so that's what's making me think there's something wrong with this one. And when I first watched it in the other video, I was like, is this supposed to be a gloss? Because it was just straight runny. It was like a sheer green, and it's like, wait a minute. But then it started showing up dark in some places. It was just weird. It was just weird. Okay, the second thing we're going to talk about, the Heather Austin Adept Cosmetics palette. This is what's on my eyes right now. These 6 here are on this eye. These 6 here are on this eye. This was for a collab video with Gel Beauty 87. So we've used all 6 shades. These 6 on one eye, these 6 on the other eye. I like how the looks came out. I really do. My disappointment is the only difference you can see when I look straight ahead is the transition shade and under my lower lash line. Looking straight ahead, the looks to me look almost identical. And for each eye to have 6 completely different shades, why do they look like they could be the same look? Why do they look like they're the same shades? That's my disappointment. This was my first time using the palette. I do know that with multi-chromes and dual chromes, it is best to put them over a black base. And to do this look, because this was my first time using this palette, I just wanted to put them on over my Fenty primer, my go-to Ride or Die tacky primer, just to see what they would do. And this is what they did. I can say I had minimal to 0 fallout, which was awesome. I did use a brush. I do not use my fingers. And for some, I think 2 of the shades, I used a sponge tip applicator specifically for this shade right here because it wasn't showing up. And that shade is Video Chat. And other than that, everything else, it went on dry, but as you can see, if it was over black base, the colors would be more pigmented, but such is the nature of dual chromes and multi-chromes. Usually you do need to put a base over it, and also to get the full effect of the shifts, it is best to put preferably just 1 shade all over the lid, because I have an inner corner shade, a lid shade, and then an outer corner shade. And so you're not getting the full effect of any of the shades because I have 3 on my lid. Excuse me, so rude. And so that's my only disappointment with this so far, is for 6 shades, 6 completely different shades, and looking straight ahead, to me, it looks like the same look. except for transition and lower lash line. Let me know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Minus lower lash line, minus transition. Do these lid shades look the same on both eye? Because they're different shades. And so I'm not regretting this. Part of me, in a way, right now, is only regretting I paid full price and plus shipping. So this was, I think, almost $65. And so part of me is like, that's a lot of fucking money to use different shades and get almost the same look. However, I know that once I put this over a black base, and if I do just put one shade on the lid, I know I will get the full effect of that shade. You see what I'm saying? And so part of me is wishing I didn't pay full price, but part of me is knowing that I will get the full effect once I, you know, zhuzh it up later. So this is just first impressions. I am happy I have it. This palette is good for 24 months, which is awesome. The plain Jane that I wanted to give away was only good for 12 months. Well, is only because I do still have it. And the shadows in here are really soft. As I said, almost zero fallout. Like seriously. And for these to be the dual chromes and multi-chromes that they are, and some of them felt a little chunky, but they're really soft at the same time. And I think that's why it didn't fall out. And I did use a brush. Heather doesn't like using her fingers with shadows, which is awesome because I don't either. And so she formulated this, or had them formulated specifically because, you know, you can use your brush with it. I didn't wet the brush and all of that stuff. So that's it for this video. Let me know about this right here. And it's still cracking a little bit. Yeah, it's still cracking a little bit. That ain't cute. Not that anybody's in your face and then I'm still wearing a mask. But anyway, just the thought of it. Like if I go out to eat somewhere and take my mask off and then eat, you know, it's just going to be all cracked up. And let me know if you're seeing the same look that I'm seeing when I'm looking straight ahead. I know when I turn, you know, you see the different shifts and you see the different colors. But again, 6 completely different shades. And it looks like the same look. Except for transition and lower lash line. That shouldn't be. I don't think that should be. Not for spending almost $65. I think it should look distinctly different. And so that's it for this video. I'm going to go. Those are my first impressions on 2 products. And you will see me with the same look again because I'm going to do a 4th video today. And they'll be uploaded all sorts of wackiness. So anyway, thank you for watching. And if you haven't, subscribe, click the notification bell, and leave a comment below. And like the video, and share. I know I'm asking for a lot, but it's all free. It's all free. It's good. It's all good. So you'll see me in the next video. Thanks.